So somebody asked me in the comments on another video how much to charge for bounce houses or water slide rentals. So a good rule of thumb and what I've seen people charge or see people say a lot is 1/10 of your purchase price of the unit. So if you buy a bounce house for $2,500 or a water combo for $2,500, you should be able to get about $250. I found it's probably more like 1/12 of your purchase price you can get in a rental, and I feel like that's changed a little bit. I think it's more like 1/12 to 1/15 now with the high inflation we've had over the past two to 3 years. It's kind of sad to see how much value we've lost in the dollar just in 2 or 3 years, but so it's kind of more like I'd probably charge 1/10 to 1/15 of your purchase price in a bounce house rental or water slide rental. And you also need to kind of check your competitors' pricing. So do a little bit of research, write down all the pricing, and you don't want to be the cheapest price, and you don't want to compete with the people that have 1 to 3 units or even 4 units, that have a few units and they're super cheap, and it's hard to compete with them. Because what happens in the business is this is a weekend and holiday, Saturday and holiday business. So once their 2 bounce houses or 3 bounce houses are booked, they can't book anymore. So you're going to get the business, and the supply doesn't meet the demand I found in a lot of areas for bounce house and water slide rentals. There's on a Saturday, you always have to turn away people. There's enough for everybody. So don't set your prices too cheap, because once you're sold out, and you could have got more, but you set your price for a certain price. The same principle is with, there's another thing in the industry with that same principle. When you make an appointment and book with somebody for really far away, you're going to get that price increase on the travel. But if you just set a perimeter of 20 miles and you book just local and close people, then you're going to make a lot more per hour, if that makes sense, and it's a lot easier money to get. So don't set too cheap, because then you're sold out and you can't list anymore. Kind of go off your competitors' pricing, but don't be look more at the bigger competitors, the people that have 12 plus units or even 20 plus units, and see what they're charging and kind of be around their price, maybe a little bit better depending on what your situation is. Also, if you run your business a little bit better, if you have like 10 units, let's say, and you can fit them in your garage, then there's an expense. You're a little bit more competitive that way, where you don't have a warehouse fee and another pricing. So if you can be a little bit more competitive when you're starting out, it's probably a better thing to do. This video was based on a comment of somebody that had a question. So if you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Just comment below and I'll try to do my best to answer them.